Hey, Real Nerds listeners, your favorite host Ryan here to remind you that social media is great. How great is it? There's many ways you can find the Real Nerds on social media. You can download us on iTunes. You can listen to us streaming on Stitcher Radio. You can call us 720-6nerds5. Aw man, our website is so cool. You can visit our website, realnerdspodcast.com. You want to leave some fan mail? Oh, that's so easy, realnerds@gmail.com. Twitter, we got it, @real_nerds. You can even like us on Facebook. Thank you so much, and hey, enjoy the show. Welcome to Real Nerds at Denver Comic-Con 2015. We hope you enjoy the following interview.
Welcome to the Real Nerds Podcast. We are live here, day 3 at Denver Comic-Con. Things are just starting to heat up. It's like a whole, 10 minutes into the show, and I'm sitting here with Jeff. Jeff, say hi.
Hey, guys. How are you doing?
We're doing just fine. So how's the show been for you so far?
Really, really, really excellent this year. This is our 3rd year at Denver Comic-Con.
Cool.
And this year we have a booth, finally, to show off our comic series that we just introduced in the last few months.
Very cool. So you're in a band, and you're also making a comic.
Yeah, so I play in a band called Chemistry Club. We are actually Denver native, and we're working with an artist named Patch Silver on a series called Copia. It's several albums and comic books that go together to tell one sci-fi epic.
Very cool. So what is it about your music that made you think, like, you know what, we need to make this into a comic book?
Oh, man. So I am just a huge sci-fi dork. I love Asimov and Stevenson. And our drummer is also a big Coheed fan. And it just kind of got us in this conversation about doing a concept series. And we started writing this story right as we met Patch, actually at the last Denver Comic-Con.
Oh, cool.
And it just kind of got us moving on making this a multimedia project. We've actually been talking about doing an animation along with it. We'll just see where things go over the next year and a half.
So this sounds really complicated. Like, how do you choose? You've got a story, right?
Yeah.
You've got your sci-fi elements. You've got your music, and you've got your comics. How do you prioritize between, like, what you have to do to make the music good, what you have to do to make the comics good? Like, I mean, I've never heard of anybody doing this before, so I don't know how you're going to do this.
It takes a lot of project management. Actually, it is really quite difficult. The story, Jake, the drummer, and I have been working on for a while.
Cool.
And we spend late nights doing that, and the band kind of all works together to tell that story through music, and that takes many, many practices and writing sessions. And Patch really is a kind of awesome independent piece that we submit story ideas to him, and he kind of comes back to us with a screenplay, and we come back to him with edits, and he comes back to us with a little bit of art, and we come back to him with edits there. And I don't know, it with great difficulty is kind of the answer to your question. That's how we do it.
I think that's totally fair. But it sounds like the music sort of comes first, right? Or at least the music, because it involves this huge group of people that can't work on their own. Like, that's got to all work together first, and then you take that story and give it to the comics.
Yeah, what I can definitely say is the original drive was this album series.
Right.
And the plan is 4 albums that are kind of 4 seasons in the long series. And the comics are really helping to explain a lot of story, go more in depth. Mm-hmm. Now at this point, though, I would really say they are very intertwined and are both really essential to the series.
Cool, very cool. So how did you get into music? Where did that start?
Oh, man. Me personally, I've been playing since I was 3 or 4. Started on the violin and played other things, trumpet and bass. And the band got together about 3 years ago. Jake and I went to school together, and Micah we met through a friend of ours. And the guitar player, I think, went to high school with Jake, if I remember correctly. And the band just, I don't know, it was right place, right time. We're all just kind of dorks, and we love doing what we do.
What style of music were you doing before you started telling stories and doing sci-fi epics in your music?
Oh, so the band has always been kind of nerd pop.
Okay.
And it's a lot of just like I don't know, unnecessarily cerebral ways to explain girls being mean to us. But I think there are enough songs about that in the universe, and even starting, I want to say right after the first album, we were writing essentially fiction or amalgamations of our real life and fictional life.
Yeah.
And even in the first album, a lot of it was, Greek mythology as a way to talk about something, or biology as a way to talk about something. So I don't know, it was kind of just a natural flow. And it's still really full of real emotion from us personally, but just more through fiction.
What is your personal, outside of telling a sci-fi comic book opera, what does your personal writing process look like? Where do you start? Do you start with the music, with the words,
So it kind of depends. On this one, it's been really kind of interesting. We pinned down the kind of overarching story very early on, but let the details be really fluid, so that we could just kind of get moving and start telling a story with the idea that the end of that story would kind of wag around and come to some place. And it wasn't really until we got through the first comic that we finally nailed down every little piece all the way to the end of the epic. It starts with me and Jake sitting down and talking ideas, talking about the philosophy we want to hit by the end of it, about where we want the characters to go, and then it's just late nights talking about what are logical consequences of the situations we've set up and how we get to where we want to be.
Very cool, very cool. And then the other side of it is, how did you get into comics, and what comics do you like?
Oh, man. So my first comic was, I think, Spawn.
Okay.
And I don't know why I attached to that so much, because now it doesn't even speak to me at all.
I think that's totally fair.
I guess that's just how it goes when you like things.
Yeah.
I can tell you our connection to the con is actually super random. Our drummer works at Starbucks, and one day someone walked into Starbucks, a regular customer, and said, "You guys don't know any nerd bands, do you? Because because he knew he was in a band. And he's like, we got this con going on, and we need some entertainment." And Jake was just like, "Well, as a matter of fact."
I happen to be that guy.
Yeah. And that's kind of how we got connected.
Very cool. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. So how do people get in touch with you? How do they support? How do they take action?
So the easiest way to go to our website, it's chemistryclubmusic.com.
Cool.
And you can also look us up on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Our handles on Twitter and Instagram are Chem Club Music, and on Facebook we're Chemistry Club Music.
Very cool.
Oh, we're also on iTunes and Google Play, and we actually have a video game out on the App Store.
Buying the music is probably the best
Do
way,
it.
isn't it?
Yeah. You can
Very cool.
check out all those things.
And all under Chemistry Club.
It's all under Chemistry Club, and that video game is called Chemistry Club Navigator, and it's under Offbeat Entertainment.
Sweet. Cool. Well, thank you so much for stopping by, Jeff.
Thank you. Really
really
this was
cool.
fun.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to this exclusive Real Nerds interview at Denver Comic Con 2015, and we'll see you next year. Visit our website, realnerdspodcast.com. You can tweet us at real_nerds. You can email us even, realnerds@gmail.com. Like us on Facebook. Hey, stream us on Stitcher. You want to call us? 720-6nerds5. And download us on iTunes. Just search Real Nerds. Thank you, Joe Kempter, for the wonderful voiceover. And also Spark Mandrill for the wonderful late-night jazz smooth sounds of movies. You can find him on SoundCloud. This has been a Nebulous Visions production.